This crocodile was first Fidel Castro's pet, was then given to a Russian cosmonaut, and then 50 years later bit the arm of this elderly Swedish man. Let me tell you how it happened. In the 1970s, Fidel Castro, the iconic Cuban leader, became the owner of a pair of Cuban crocodiles, naming both after himself, one Fidel and the other Castro. 8 years later, in 1978, Fidel Castro got bored of the crocodiles and gifted them to Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Shatalov as a sign of friendship between Cuba and the Soviet Union. After accepting the gift, Shatalov transferred the crocodiles to Moscow Zoo, where they lived for 2 years until they were eventually moved to Skansen Zoo in Stockholm, Sweden. 40 years later, on August 20, 2020, a group of older gentlemen rented a private room at Skansen Zoo near the crocodile enclosure for the celebration of their Kräftskiva. Kräftskiva, aka crayfish party, is a traditional Swedish celebration that typically takes place in August when crayfish are in season. It originated as a way to enjoy harvest of crayfish, which is a very popular delicacy in Sweden. During a Kräftskiva, friends and family gather to enjoy a festive meal. The centerpiece is boiled crayfish, usually seasoned with dill. Swedes sing traditional songs, get fucked up on snaps,
Bara lägg av.
and wear silly hats and hold speeches. One of the older gentlemen attending the party was 79-year-old Lars Liedegren. During the party, Lars was encouraged by a friend to freestyle a speech for the attendees. Being relatively short, he climbed up on a step near the crocodile enclosure to get a better view while addressing his friends. Lars leaned his arm against the glass, unaware that Castro was lurking just behind it. Just before he started his speech, Castro attacked. In a lightning-fast move, Castro had taken hold of Lars' left arm. A struggle erupted as Lars fought to free himself from Castro's grip, while his friends quickly rushed to his aid upon realizing what was happening. They grabbed a broom and frantically poked at the crocodile's eyes, desperately trying to make it let go. The group finally managed to get Castro to let go. Lars was bleeding heavily, and one of his friends did a 400 IQ play and quickly tied a belt around his arm to prevent further blood loss. Moments later, an ambulance rushed Lars to Karolinska University Hospital, where surgeons tried to save as much of his arm as possible. Despite their best efforts, they unfortunately had to amputate it. Here is Lars on Swedish television addressing the incident.
Där står jag och upp, vänder mig om. Då smäller det som ett kanonskott från min baksida. Och jag hajar till och så tittar jag på, och då sitter en krokodil på min vänstra arm fast som en naglad fast. Men jag ser ju tänderna dragit ner i köttet på min arm och tittar honom i ögonen, och han har ju knappt några ögon, de har ju bara en springa, men vi tittar ändå på varandra. Och det var ju skrämmande.
Du kände ingen smärta då?
Jo, den kom ju direkt. Alltså. Och den känner jag ju fortfarande, ungefär som han ligger kvar där.
After the incident, Lars reached out to his insurance company, Länsförsäkringar, seeking compensation for his arm. Legal experts across Sweden speculated that Lars would have been able to receive up to 3 million Swedish crowns. However, Länsförsäkringar only gave him 25,000 due to him being too old.
Oh, brother!
Länsförsäkringar
Stinks!
Lars has not received any financial compensation from Skansen, but they did send him a Christmas present. What the gift contained is still unknown to the public. Despite what happened, Lars didn't blame Skansen or the animal for the incident, even visiting Castro and the other crocodiles. Lars reflected on the fact that animals like the crocodile are driven by their instincts. You can't punish a crocodile for doing what it naturally does, he said. Years later, Lars still experiences phantom pain, but he continues to pursue his true passion, drawing and creating art. The drawings I showed earlier were drawn by Lars. You can explore his awesome art at larsliedegren.se.